I have a two divs, not two divs, like multiple divs. So I want to arrange my divs side by side. So like here I displayed four divs, four different divs. I want to display that divs in, in a side by side manner. So generally for my div, so I give class my main div, and here I want to give width as 50%. Width as 50%. So if I give width as 50%, my div becomes, it will be stretched to 50% and rest of the 50% space is empty. So in order to accommodate that, first of all, I would like to take my second div. So in this second div, just I want to copy rest of the divs. This is div 1 and this is div 2. So here this is also 50%. Here we have one attribute that is nothing but a float. So float left, which is one property. Now let us see how it will be looks like. For example, I would like to run this page. Okay. So now just click on F12, inspect elements. Click on F12. So just you can select the div itself. So here my div have float left, right? So generally here we have some possible items. Right? One is float right. Okay. And as well as here we have some width itself. So whenever we are using this width, so just we can check the different types of things which are available in the width property. Suppose width, you can increase or decrease our width. See, as per our conditions, we can manage all the divs here itself. Okay. Here for second div, just go to the property of second div, and here you can check. So here border width is something thick. If you don't want means you can unselect one. So here border color like green. So this is applicable for our second. So here width is 50%. If you don't want means just unselect. What are the things that you have? Just you can apply and you can check. So in this float I want to give as a float, right? Just for time being I just comment this width itself for both second div and first div. I'm trying to execute this one. See, this is fully occupied and from some portion of space our second div will is displaying. So now what I'm doing is I'm uncommenting this 50%. I'm going to check this one. So this is 50% and the space will be occupied of full itself. Go to this property. So just you can select your div. Second, if I use second div as 20, then automatically that space will be automatically reduced. When I come to this here, see, total is 100%. When you are taking 100%, it requires some space at left side and right side. We have to keep some spaces left side and right side. So for that reason, just I want to take it as 45%. 45% here, and here also I want to take 45%. Just I am using. So I arrange these two divs so side by side, and I can do whatever I want. Generally in table structure we have TDs, like I have 3 TDs. So here also you can divide your portion of space into 3 or 4 whatever you want. Okay. So float right, which means that you can arrange an element right side of your div, which indicates that you can arrange an element right side of this. So for example, I want one more div after this. Again, you can apply float right for this class. So this is my class, right? Second div is my class. You can apply float right. Okay, you can apply float right. If you want to arrange one more div, so you can adjust your space. I want to adjust my space to 30%, 30%, and this also 30%. Similarly, just I want to take one more class, that is third div. Here also 30%. I don't want to display one more div beside my third div. So that's the reason where I removed a float, and here I'm going to add my third div class. This is my third div. So now just you can refresh it. This I want to comment this one. So just you can refresh this. So here one div, another div, and one more div. Here we got a new div in place. Okay, so in this way three divs are available for us. In this way we are going to display how many divs that we want. Okay, all these things we can display. You got my point how TRTDs is aligned. Similarly divs also we can align one by one. So here I want to, this is my dot. Here I want to, so this is in thick color because actually this will be coming because of our main div. So all border thick we are using. No? That's the reason where it is coming. So if you want to take normal divs also you can take, but all the things, all divs will be aligned side by side if you want to use float right as a property.
Oh, by using float right, we can align side by
Yes,
side.
yes.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So in this way we can arrange the items in side by side, and we will see one more property called left. So just I want to take one more page. Here this is my div. So this we can call as a inline styles. Means within the line only we are able to give our styles. So just I'm using float float left. Here I'm using div style equal to float right. So here I have two divs. Two divs contains two, one div contains float left, another div contains the float right. This is the first div with float left. Right float. Just I'm executing this one. See, this is the first div with float, and this is the second div with uh, float. Okay. So in place of this, just I want to take floated right. See here some left side portion is added. Here there is no nothing will be in right side. Just I want to comment here. If you want to change anything, click on F12. This is nothing but our browser tool. You can select on whatever the element that you have. You can check the property. Say for example, I want to display some property. Means here I want to remove float right. If I remove float right, then automatically, so this will be displayed, just beside your first div. This is okay, right? So now I want to display some space in between these two elements. Okay, I want to display some space in between these two elements. Generally, when I use float right, I have a lot of space. I don't want to use a lot of space here. Okay, so here one more property comes to the picture. That property is nothing but padding. Padding is nothing but adding a space. Okay, adding a space at a particular element. If you want to add padding at left, you can add, means left side of an element you can add some space. If you want to add some space right side of an element, you can add padding right, and the top you can add, and the bottom you can add. So padding means you can add any spaces, either left side or right side or top position or bottom position. Okay, so I don't want to use float right here. In place of float right, I want to apply some style which provides some space, not this much of space. Here this much of space is, it is directly aligned right side. In order to achieve this type of scenarios, you can make use of padding as a property. So what I'm going to do is I'm just removing this one. So I would like to just comment this one, and I'll take this. Now now padding left is one of the property. Just I'm giving 25 pixels space in between left side, left and right element. So just you can select your element. So this element content, this is the padding, right? So you can check. Here I want to add one more element, padding right. You can check how dynamically these elements are, you know, displaying. So this is my padding right. So I won't get anything. If I use padding left, so when I'm using, just browse, this is one. So this is this floating left, and this is even it is not coming some space. So just I want to apply clear left. This is also one of the property. So clear left. See 250. So actually the 25 is very minimum space. That's the reason where it is not right. See 500 pixels. Suppose if you want 1000. So likewise, so whenever we are using the padding left, so at left side of this div, this is a one div, right? So at left side of this div, some space is being added. So if you want to, provide some limited amount of space, then we can make use of padding left. Okay, if you want left side space, you can use pad left. If you want right side space, you can use pad right. So
So
likewise,
when you do F12, all this comes automatically, the one on the right side?
yes, all this will come. The only the thing is you can select. If you want to select this div,
Okay.
automatically the properties like classes which are available on this, that will be available here. You can manipulate how you want. Okay, this is one of the
Okay.
important whenever you're working with web-based applications. Just like by this is nothing but even you can debug your browser, like browser side coding. That is nothing but client side coding. Your JavaScript or jQuery. No need to go and place debuggers in your code. Just you can place all the debuggers here itself, and we can check at what was the runtime behavior, and we can change, and these changes we can replicate here itself directly. Suppose if you want I want to 250 as a space, just you can write, you can replicate here, and you can rebuild your application. Automatically your application will be built. So I give in this way. So if you want a space in between div to div, we can provide a space, okay, by using padding property. Okay, suppose I have one div. So I have one div. I want to start a div beside of our current divs itself. So here what I'm going to do is I'm taking div class equal to my next row. Class equal to by next row. This is my next row div. See, so your div is displaying here itself. I want some spacing in between your first row divs and second row divs. If you want a spacing from your first row and second row divs, then you can provide a spacing also here itself. Okay, so what type of spacing that will provide you? Here I would like to take style. Style. So here I'm taking text equal to, sorry, type equal to text of CSS. So here there is my class, my next row is my class. Padding top equal to 100 pixels. 100 pixels. So just you can refresh it. Automatically in between this div to this div you got some space. Here you can manage that space. Suppose this is your one next div, right? Place your cursor here. Automatically your style will be available for you. Just use down arrows or up arrows, whatever you want. So now if this space is enough for you, so check the value and replace that value in your code. Like that you can make. Okay, if this is sufficient for you, okay, your padding top is 17 pixels. Okay, just you can limit your padding space to 17 pixels. So likewise you can do topward, like padding itself. If you want to apply borders only at the bottom of your div, so then you can apply, and we have some sort of styles. You can check all those styles which are available in Intel sense only, so that here it indicates that your div will be ended. Okay, your div will be ended. So here I want to take one more div. I want to take one more div. Okay, here for this div I would like to take direct style attribute. Just without this we'll check how it is displaying. So then we'll apply that one. So this is just applying next of the element. Okay, Now what I'm going to do is, so just I would like to apply style float equal to just right. So now when I used float is equal to right, so this is like arranged just beside and it is in the right side position. So now I want this my next row div at this position, at top of this position. So now what we have to do, just I'm going to do float left, means in this class I'm allowing to add one more div at left side of this portion. So left side of this div portion. So now see, my data will be, it will be taken and it will be arranged. So at right side of the thing. Here, in place of these two divs, I'm using one more div. This is my clear div. This is my clear div. Just here, I would like to apply style equal to clear both. Now you can observe the output. See, whenever you are using a clear both means it won't take empty spaces in between. It won't take empty spaces in between. Suppose if div is there, so this it is occupied 100% of space. Even though it occupied with 100% of space, whenever we are using clear both means both side space, left side space and right side space will be completely eliminated with the help of this clear both. Suppose if uncheck this clear both, you can observe the output. Okay, here there is some space, so this space is automatically, so much of space is there. So because of this space, it allows some element at the left side of this div, that is nothing but a float div. Okay, if you don't want to apply any spaces, so at your left side or right side of your div, then use the clear both property. Whenever we are using clear both property, then automatically left and right side portion will be automatically eliminated, white spaces will be eliminated. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So far we have a different experience with the different classes, so CSS classes. Now I want to check, so I want to apply some kind of styles for my control based on buttons itself. Okay, well, based on the IDs itself. Say for example, I have one text box here, ASP text box, ID equal to txt name, then net equal to server. So txt, I would like to make it as f name. So similarly, just I want to txt l name. Here I'm enter your first name. Enter your last name. Okay. Go to the design. So this is my text box. Now I want to apply some styles, common styles for this text box. Okay, so for example, so here if you want to apply common styles for text box, so we can use a text box directly for any control. We already saw, if you want to apply styles for div, just you can use div tag. If you want to apply for body, you can directly use body tag. If you want to apply for label, you can apply label tag. Okay. Just here background, color equal to gray, color equal to green, opacity equal to 100. Just I am applying some styles here. Just I am reloading this. See, I am applying something, background color gray, opacity something, opacity something, and as well as color as green. But these are not at all applying here, right? So first you can check. So observe each and every element in our ASPX page element. All page elements are rendered to HTML code. This is a common thing which we know. Our text box will be converted into input. So just you can check. So it is converted into input, and this is also converted into input. Let us focus on this. Check whether any style is applying or not. Only one style is applied, that is nothing but padding style is applied. No other styles. These are all the default styles. If you get like this user agent style sheet means these are applying by default from the browser. Okay, don't consider these style sheet. User agent style sheet means there is no style is applied. Why? Because we provided text box as a class, but there is no text box here. The text box is converted to input, you know so whenever it is converted to input, again it is a problem. So just you can rename that one to input, because all our server side controls are converted to HTML understandable, browser understandable. Now you can see, so text box is changed to whatever the styles that we applied. So whenever we are applying some data, so it is taking like this. So generally I don't want this much of gray. Click on this here. You can apply light gray or something, whatever you want. See, this is okay for me, right? This is the code for that one. Just copy that code and place here. Okay. So this is a light color. What you want, you can type it. Suppose if you want any color transformations, you can font transformation. So you can check font weight, bold, text decoration, or text transfer capitals. See, text transform capitalize means whenever we are typing anything. Suppose I'm typing something uh, dot .NET. So first word automatically starts with capital letter. If you want second word to start with capital letter, just give space. Just when I'm giving NET, I'm giving in small letters only. Transform is automatically converted into. So when you give capitalize means it automatically converts your first character into uppercase, and starting of every next letter is converted into capital letter. Likewise you can change. So by so first letter automatically starts with that one. Okay. Suppose if you want any letter that is typed by the user into uppercase, then use uppercase. So then automatically no need to write anything. It automatically, so I'm giving in small letters only. It is taking in capital letters. So likewise, we can apply a common styles with the help of our controls itself. Okay, with the help of your controls. Now what I'm going to do is I would like to take two more text boxes. I would like to take two more text boxes. Let us say AISP text box ID equal to txt duration. subnet equal to server. Session duration. Proficiency level. So ASP text box ID equal to txt subnet equal to server. See here what my scenario is. I want to apply different styles for these two text boxes. See, if we have 100 text boxes in our web form, automatically 100 text boxes styles are same. Okay, all these 100 text boxes styles will be same. Why? Because we are commonly given for all inputs. If you're using like this means it will take for all inputs. If I don't want same styles for these two text boxes, then how can we handle these type of scenarios? We can handle like this. So we have id as a property, right? This is an id as a property. We can apply a styles for ids also, so that we can check. So id will be referred with the hash symbol. So txt duration comma txt performance means at first time these styles will be applied. At first time these styles will be applied. So now I don't want those styles. Suppose background color, I want light blue as background color, and first time it will be applied no, so that we can use important property. If we are going to use important property means already existed styles been overridden with our latest style. Okay, so color I want to display it as a, you know, red, uh, this as a border. So you can apply all these things with important, so that automatic. Suppose if you are not using important means, let us check what was the impact. So now you can browse it. Here also you can use a hash. Now you can browse it. See, your background will be, you know, different, and whenever using this, so it will comes for this styles, it will comes for this styles, it will comes for this styles. Suppose if I am not using important property, sometimes even though you are using your style, it won't apply in some cases. So if if any input contains already had some style, try to use important property. So why? Because that style will be overridden and it will give you know, latest styles. It is good to have this type of implementation. So likewise, by using our IDs, we can define our own styles. Got my point? So this is, you know, if you want multiple IDs, just place all your IDs by comma separator. If it is a class, you can use dot as an operator. If it is a control, you just give the name of the control. Suppose if you want to apply styles for all divs, so you can use, so div as a color, and you can make border color blue. So whenever you use your div, so your border color will be applied to blue. Why here it is not displaying means, here there is no thickness for the border. So border border style I want to give, so like dot. See now some kind of thickness is there, then automatically this border color will be applied here itself, blue. So for every div automatically that will be applied. Likewise, if you want to apply common styles, we can make use of tag names. If you want to apply some styles only for specific region, then either you can go with classes or either you can go with IDs. Now this is clear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we can make use of margins. Okay, like how can you provide a margins for our implementation, and we can see what is the difference if you are not giving margins, that we can check. Suppose here I would like to use margin as a attribute, so margin left. So I'll give for 25 pixels. You can observe the output of this div. Just you can execute this one. For every div, so we are applying some kind of space. So the space is coming at left side of the position. See, this is coming. Suppose if I'm using margin right also 50 pixels, margin right. So you will get a right side portion as a some portion of margin is available for you. If it is 150, see right side is this much of empty you will get. So in this way we can provide left side margin and right side margins with the help of our margin property. Okay. Next, so you may heard about overflow. So overflow, like so in x direction, overflow in y direction. Let me show you an example, a practical example. So I have a two divs, grns.com. I have a two divs. Okay, here we can check. Here I have a two divs. So these two divs, I have a so much of matter in between these two divs. This is one div and this is another div. Okay. So here matter is so much of matter is available for me. If I'm not using overflow property, automatically, so I'll get my page will be, my page height will be increased, and automatically there is lot of space in between this left side div and right side div. So I'll show you how it will be. So in order to manage this type of scenarios, we can make use of overflow. So just you can check, this is my container means that my entire div section. This is about my main content. So in this we have three different items. So this is a bootstrap cells. Completely we use this as a bootstrap. It is mobile compatible. So here this is one portion of section, and here another is another portion of section, and this is another portion of section. That is not what last div. So here in this div, this is one kind of div. Here we are using overflow x hidden, overflow y auto. If I remove overflow y auto, and as well as if I remove overflow x hidden, just you can check, means there is no scrolling for us. There is no scrolling for us, and even data will be cutted to half of the portion. So now what I'm going to do is just I can go to the browser properties. Just I'm checking here with the matter itself. So this is my now. Here I gave height as 655. Just I want to remove this height to something. So when I remove this one, automatically my height of this portion will be removed. So here you can check. Okay, my height will be removed here itself. So here, come to this portion. There is no such definition. Overflow is no, overflow x is no, and as well as here there is no height. Here we have height scenario. I'm just removing this height scenario. So, and as well as here we have a right. Right also we have some height. So this is our right position. So that position, that also removed because I used the same sidebar as a selector. Now you can check. If you have a more so much of matter, so inside this div, then automatically if your matter is keep on extending, then automatically your data, your left side and right side will get so much of space. I'll go to the page where we have so much of matter. No, here this page contains so much of matter. Just I would like to provide some. So go to directly go to this div. This is main div. Right, overflow auto I would like to remove. I like to remove overflow x and I would like to remove height. Similarly, we have a sidebar. I would like to remove this one. My matter is removed itself. My half of the matter will be cutted. Why? Because my height I would like to reduce. I removed my height and as well as I removed my overflow x and y. So just I'm selecting this one. Here, this is my about content. So margin top I give, okay, it's this is my another row back, it's okay, and here this is okay. This is uh, my column. So I gave my height to, suppose I'm going to increase my height to some portion. So like up to 900. I'd like to give up to 900. So let us check. So all my data is coming. So because if I increase my height, all my data is coming, keep on coming. So now you can observe here some space is coming at left side of your div and some space is coming at your right side of div. But when we are increasing our height of our middle div, automatically this left side and right side div, it should be look so much of awkward in nature. So in order to avoid these things, I would like to use overflow. I would like to use overflow property. Whenever we are using overflow as a property, just you can check. Just come to this div. This is your middle div, right? So I'm using overflow x means, see, you will get some kind of styles here. So x direction and y direction. I'm using overflow as y. So here when I'm using this height, when I remove this height means it automatically adjusted. It automatically adjusted to, so height of this left side and right side div, so that we can eliminate. So we can eliminate so much of white space in between. So left side and right side div. So this also we can arrange. So we can arrange 666 pixels means what was the exact height for div and what was the exact height for left div and right div. So if you give that exact height to this middle position, automatically you will get some some cursor so that you can move up and down of your matter. So your matter won't be stretched and automatically it will be aware without having a white space. That is the use of overflow property. Overflow means x means this horizontal direction, y means in vertical direction. So in vertical direction, let us go to this overflow feature. So here I'm using this div. In this div, so we are using overflow y auto. Overflow y auto means this one, this horizontal direction. So when I'm using overflow x hidden, so I don't want to display my overflow. Suppose if you want to display auto also, so here at the bottom you will get So both I make it overflow X auto, overflow Y auto. Okay. So now I'm using, so here whenever your height keep on increasing, your just we can increase. Let us check that property. Okay. See, whenever your height got increased, then your overflow position, see, there is no scrolling facility, because this is a default scrolling facility which is provided because of this overflow. Okay. Whenever we are using overflow Y, so do you think that there is so much of matter that is available for you at which is automatically stretched at your X direction? There is no that much matter. So all matter is arranged in this bit, in this width only. So just use I want to remove this one, column MD equal to 6. Check now. When I remove column MD equal to 6, this will come, so at bottom you will get some stretch bar, right? So this stretch bar is coming because of this one. So I'm just go to this properties and go to this div. This is my div, right? If I use overflow X hidden, you won't get this bottom. So I'm using overflow hidden. If you refresh means automatically uh, it adjusted to your existing stature. But the thing is, if you are using auto hidden property, overflow X equal to hidden means automatically this X direction means bottom direction value will be automatically removed. Why? Because hidden state automatically removes that overflow of X direction. In this way we can make, means if we have a multiple divs which are available within a same row, we have to adjust all the heights of each and every row. So for that reason we can use overflow as a property, so that by using this overflow we can stretch our our information. That thing we can see here itself. I would like to take a separate page, add new item, do ex2.aspects, get some matter. I would like to paste my matter here. Similarly, I want to display the same matter in 3 divs. So type equal to text of CSS, first div. I would like to use float right. second div float right. Now I would like to execute this page. I'll give border style dash and width equal to 300 pixels. Just we can call all these divs here itself. Class equal to first div, class equal to second div. So now your data will be aligned like this. Your first and second and third div is aligned like this. So here we give it as a 300 pixels, here also 300 pixels. So third div I would like to give third div. Okay, third div as a 300 pixels. Here I'm calling this class equal to third div. Okay, so we have so much of data, so data is available for us. Now I'm going to check the runtime attribute for each and every. I'm removing this float right for this third div because which is not at all required for me. Now I can check. Now we have. So here I don't want this much of a float right. So means this much of space I don't want. So instead of this I can make use of a padding property, right? So generally we can have a padding property. So here if you want to apply anything you can apply here padding left equal to 150 pixels. This is the space that we have. So consider, so all three divs have same content. Okay, forget this space. All this div contains this much of space. Now I want to add same content in for middle div. Same content for middle div means I want to add two duplicate copies of same content in middle div. So now you can check. This is my middle div. So when I extend my middle div, automatically my left side and right side space, I have some space here itself, right? So in order to avoid this, I would like to use overflow x. Overflow first, I would like to make overflow by auto. So here I'm using overflow by auto. Overflow x hidden. And as well as here I want to restrict my base height equal to 150 pixels. So I don't want 150, just I would like to take 450. See, my intention is all divs should be in the same height even though it contains so much of data. So here mine is 450, just I would like to assign with the 400 because I want to align entire my data into, you know, in a same height or same height itself. So just I would like to give same height for all the divs, height 400 pixels, here also height 400 pixels. Now I'm just going to run. See, even though here we have so much of matter, so this, you know, you will get a lot of you know, space. So this space automatically, so every matter we can readable with the help of this overflow property. This is the use of overflow property. If you have a left side and right side div, so height of your divs are different, you can manage your divs heights by providing overflow property. This is the use of overflow property. Okay, x means this horizontal direction, so y means vertical direction. Here you can observe, here I give overflow y auto, means I want to apply overflow for y. So overflow x hidden, so I no need to provide overflow x. When overflow x given means, if we have so much of data in width wise from this to this, even though we have so much of data, so then we can use bottom scroll. If you want a bottom scroll, then only we can give overflow x to auto, otherwise we can make it to overflow x to hidden. Okay, suppose I want to display, I want to hide this div. So if you want to hide this div, we have a property called display none. We are using display none means automatically that div will be, one div will be eliminated for you. So any of the div, say for example, if I use, okay, just I'm going to execute this one more time. You have all your divs, right? Now just I want to take one more div. Here it contains some like I would like to take text box id equal to txt first run at equal to server txt second txt third. Okay, here I would like to take my div as a class. In this my div, I would like to display none. First of all, you'll see how this div looks. So here I have one div. So my div has three text boxes. If I apply a class my div, class equal to my div, then automatically the div will be disappeared, because we gave a property that is nothing but display none. If you want to make it to block means that we we are giving, and property block means it will display to us. Okay, suppose here I have a text box, my text box is available. Suppose I don't want to enable my divs itself. Okay, so here input enable background, disabled. Here I'm reloading this. I don't want any, see, Earlier, if you observe this, pointer events none. If I don't want to write anything in this text box, so then you can make pointer events to none for all text boxes. So even though when we click on this text box, cursor won't apply here itself. We are in a position and to unable to pass a data for each and every text box. Okay, if you don't want to do anything, then we can make use of pointer events to none. Likewise, we can apply multiple properties with the help of a div, and we can provide all your design implementations how we can provide with a table tag. But only the thing is, we can keep practice and we can provide you can practice with multiple examples, so that we can understand multiple number of styles available with div tags. Div is nothing but a division. It provides so much of mobile compatibility, so that these designs will be more, more in rich look and more in browser, like browser compatibility and as well as device compatibility. This is my device version, where we have, see, this is a responsive version, where see all my menus. Generally this is a web version. This is a web, all menus are like this. If I go to this, so this is a mobile compatibility, so every menu is there, so automatically wherever you want all the sub menus are available for us. So likewise we can do. So this is a Galaxy phone version, this is iPhone version. Likewise we can check our compatibility, whether our website is compatible or not. If it is not compatible means, again we have to manage with the bootstrap and all those things. Tomorrow we'll start with bootstrap. So we'll see what are the different styles available with bootstrap. So basically my suggestion is, please spend some time and you can have some practice on divs.